It is 9 o'clock in the morning on this beautiful Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. It was 55 degrees when I came out here. Now it's like 60, 65 degrees. This jacket's too much. We have a gentle breeze blowing from the southwest. There's plenty of good grass here. And I just noticed that we're running low on feed. We're probably 2 weeks away on our feed. I have two options. One is to feed them less feed, kind of stretch it out a little further. Another option, obviously, is to get some feed. Third option is just run out of feed. Just let it go. And I'm thinking, judging on how the grass looks like in the future, maybe I'll cut back on the feed. Maybe just feed them once a day. 75 pounds of feed a day, or less, because we're doing less. Ooh, I'm hot in my jacket. I should have taken it off. It's a beautiful day, blue sky, only a few clouds. The sun is bright and hot. For some reason, the sun is hotter in Texas. That's a scientific fact. Just ask any Texan, they'll tell you how hot it is. This is number 20, I believe. Look at that, just mowing the grass. Faster than my kids mow my lawn. I tell you that much. Especially when you multiply by 30 mouths there. You know. The other thing too, Greg Judy says, is that there's 5 mouths on this cow. The 4 hooves are pushing that grass into the soil. What? Oh my goodness! Finally! Are you serious? Oh, we would have missed it too. Does it still work?
I don't know.
Turn it on.
No.
The battery's dead?
I think they step on the water got in.
They step on it? Oh
yeah,
no.
something step on it. The cow is on it.
Yeah, well the cows found it before we did.
Yeah.
These things are like $200. Those are not cheap. Oh my goodness. I'll take it home and dry it out, see if we can get it working again. It's worth, at least it's worth another 9-volt battery. The screen might be broken, but I don't know if that part of the screen is actually used. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness. What? Are you gonna feed the sheep again? I want to show you guys this. This is they did some dirt work here, obviously, for the foundation. I don't think this is dirt they trucked in. This is the natural dirt of my field. They just, cut off the top layer. But see, we haven't had rain for a couple weeks. At least I think we had some rain last night, but not very much. But you can kind of see the soil is just drying up. And if I had bare ground across my pasture, this is what I would have. A whole lot of nothing. Having the green stuff coming out of the ground, and it almost doesn't matter what kind of green stuff, it could be weeds even, helps to not only collect some of the water, you can see there's dew here, but helps to direct that water to the ground. And so where I'm walking, let's see if we can find a spot here. This is kind of a dry spot. You can see this ground here is muddy, whereas that ground was dry. And I think that has to do with the fact that it's surrounded by grass. So I'm a big proponent of not having dirt in your pasture, whatever that takes. And if that means not killing things, so be it. I had a friend, he just in time for the drought last year, he decided to disc his field, and he was going to re-sow it with new grass. It's supposed to be super wonderful and amazing. And the drought hit, and then he ended up with a field full of dirt and dead seed. He paid a lot of money in diesel to disc the field, and he paid a lot of money to seed the ground, and that seed's not going to grow. Worst case, it sprouted but died before it can establish itself. But You know, if you want to change the makeup of your grass, do what I do with a lawn at home. You just overseed it. You just put the seeds you want in there. You don't have to kill anything. Just let the new seeds, if the new seeds are any good, they'll overtake the old growth. You know, most important is not the seeds, it's the ground. You know, that's something else that I think a lot of people fall victim to, is they think that they can somehow get their field, they can eliminate all the weeds if they could just find every single seed and kill it, or if they can get the seed to grow and it dies before it can germinate. That's a fool's errand. The seeds are going to get there one way or the other. Birds are going to fly over and poop seeds onto your land. And if your strategy is to prevent seeds from getting on the land to begin with, and one seed gets on your land, well, that's it. That's the end, you know, because it's going to spread. The strategy has to be to build the soil to where the things you want to grow well, and the things you don't want to grow can't grow. And that's, you know, either the soil conditions aren't right for it, or there's other plants like grass that dominates and sucks up all the nutrients and resources so that the weeds can't have any. You know, if I'm building a lawn at home, that's my strategy. Get a strong sod layer with deep roots. That way, all the seeds, you can dump all the seeds you want. They won't do anything because they can't grow, you know. So, and here the cows, their behavior where they chew on they take the top off the grass there. This is optimal behavior for grass. That's what grass wants. If I leave the grass to its own devices, so if I took the cows off this field, in about 2 or 3 years, it would be a dirt field. Because the cows play a huge role in keeping the soil healthy. And that's what we're learning now with ruminants, and is that the farming techniques that our ancestors used with the ruminants, with the sheep and the goats and the cows, those farming techniques actually work in developing the soil. And hopefully I'll get the soil strong enough I can start planting things that I want to grow, like wheat and stuff that I can eat, you know. Vegetables require a lot of nutrients too. And if you go back and you read what your ancestors did when they came to a piece of wilderness, that one of the first things they did is they'd clear the land, and then they'd get their animals on the land, and then they would take a spot of the ground, they would take animal manure and mix it into the soil, and they might lightly till the soil. To them it was hard work. You know, you hand a human a hoe and ask him how deep he can till the soil, he's probably going a 1/2 inch max. You know, what we do with these machines is just overkill. It's just destroying the soil. But they lightly turn the soil, just to kind of get the plants out of the way so they can plant something. They do not destroy the root system. Those roots are an important part of the ecosystem, everything that grows down there with it. So that's what we're learning. Anyway, what a beautiful scene this is. So our planet already has everything we need. We don't need to invent new things. We just need to go back to what we already know works. You know, how many thousand years of human history have we been doing this? You know, shepherds go out with their sheep and they keep moving them, right? Why do they keep moving them? What are they doing? What are they really doing? How could desert people survive in the desert so well? Well, because they're able to create food in the wilderness, you know. And how do they create the food? With their sheep and their cattle, you know. So the animals are an important part of the equation, and land that doesn't have animals on it is land that's not going to last very long. It's going to die, you know. And I hate to say it, but the wild animals are not enough. You need a lot of animals, high density, you know. You need to poop a lot, you need to pee a lot, you need to eat the grass a lot, you know. That's why the buffalo did so well in the Great Plains, because there's a lot of, you know. So anyway, all right guys, thanks for watching. Take care, bye-bye.